Okay, looks like I'm live at the moment. Decided to kind of do like an impromptu live stream here in my Oval Office type place, even though it's not oval, but I like to think it is. So you see, I've been doing some work behind me, moving boxes, doing other things. So a lot more organizing to do, but that's not how it's going to eventually going to look. That's my tea station, but I need to put a whole bunch of that down there and add some more and get my tea maker up there. But I'm a big iced tea fan, as you can probably tell. And that's only a small part of my tea collection. But anyways, I decided to go live just to talk and see who's out there in the chat. Hope everyone's doing well. And I don't have my phone, darn it, so I can't see how well this looks. I might be able to bring it up on a separate window. I hope this is coming through clearly. Let me see if I can bring up another window and see. Let's see. Because I want to see myself. There you go. I don't need to listen to my own thing. Yeah, looks like I'm coming through pretty clear. Let me get back to the screen. Oh, hi, Chris Graphs 101. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I have gotten your message about doing a live stream together. I do intend to do it. It's just been a lot going on. And it's been hard for me to get a chance to do these things. I just had a little bit of time to do this right now. Do a little bit of a live stream. Yeah, no, we do. We do, and we will eventually. I promise. Just a lot going on, I hope everything's going well with you. Today's been a rainy, overcast day. I was gonna do some vlogging, and actually I was gonna hang out with another YouTuber friend of mine, but with all the rain, I decided it's best not to do it right now. Because I really haven't gotten that much rain in a while. I will, Chris. I'll tell her. I will. How are you and your family doing? Well, that's good. Must be getting cold up there by now. We got a few days where it's a little chilly, but not too bad. Still mainly hot. This past day, though, it's been like overcast and a little rainy here and there, but until today, and it's been a lot more rain. But I actually don't mind that because it actually cools things down. Yeah, I mean, I started doing shorts, and it definitely brought a lot more views and stuff to my channel. I know there's some people who do a lot of them, and they get a lot of views and a lot of eyeballs on their channel through the shorts. It's definitely a cool tool and a good tool to use. As long as you do some good stuff under 60 seconds, it's worth it. And I'm surprised. There's been a few shorts I've done that for me at least, fairly well, and I was amazed because I didn't think there would be much to it. Oh, the dogs are doing okay. Lucky's doing fairly well. Some days he's worse off, than days he's better. But overall, he's doing so much better compared to he was a month or so ago. While we're at this, I'm going to log into Facebook and share this that I am live streaming now. Maybe some other people to come on in and talk to all of us. Let's see you for a second. I need to get on to my other page. I don't post, nearly as much as I should to Facebook, like my new videos and all. I just do it once in a while. And I don't do a lot of Instagram either. Let's see, give me a second. Live streaming now. Click on link to join in and chat. Not now. Let's see. Just a second. If there's someone there, I can't see you at the moment. Did that work? No, it did not work. It's not the way I intended it. Let me redo that. Try again. I think I know why. I think I know why. I put the wrong link to it. Just give me a moment and I will fix this. There, this is the link I need to be doing. Oh, where did it go? There we go. Perfect. Not the best thumbnail, but it will do. Let's get back to the thing. Oh, hi, Daryl Turncott. How are you? Yeah, it's just kind of decided to do like an unplanned live stream at the moment. I just posted the link on my Facebook page for my channel. Yeah, it looks like it went correctly. I hope everything's good for you. No real big agenda, just talking about stuff. I was going to live stream today. I actually was going to go, or not live stream, I was going to go vlog today with some friends I was going to meet up with. But unfortunately, with the rain and everything, it's been rainy all day. So no, I'm not gonna go because it would have made it a pretty rainy traveling around, and it was out of town, and no, I decided not to. So I had to put it off by a couple of weeks. But this past day, this is like the first rain we really got for like a month. Okay, talk to you later. Good. Thanks for stopping, and I appreciate it. Let's see. Just a second. Yeah, they're great. I don't do them nearly as much as I should. Something I mean to do more of. Yeah, StreamYard. I never done StreamYard. I have to do StreamYard because I've heard good things about it. I didn't know there's some other YouTubers I know who do it and they speak really well of it. I guess there's like a free version and there's a paid version. if you're not going to do like a ton of live streaming, and the free version is okay. If you can do more than that, then it's best to get the free or the one that you have to actually pay a fee for, because there's a lot more options, I guess. And StreamYard is a lot better to use than this me right off, because I'm just doing off the YouTube page. Here at home, it's not bad, but when you're like out in public to try to do live streaming off the YouTube page, it's a lot harder. Yeah, I think that's what I heard. I have to look into it. If I intend to do this more often, I may just buy the paid version. All depends. I don't, but I think I don't have no idea how much it is or nothing. Just a second. Yeah, that's what I heard. I've heard, yeah, like I said, a lot of people said some good things about it. I'm sure it is easy. I have to check it out more and look into it. There's StreamYard, and then there's some others. I don't remember what they're called. So, anything specific you want to talk about? Just let me know. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on. It all depends on how many people come in. But if I'm still on when you get out, feel free to rejoin back in. But I do appreciate you stopping in and talking. Mm. Mhm. Yeah, let's wait a little bit longer, see if anyone else pops in and talks. I really need to announce these ahead of time. That's my biggest problem. That's why I don't really get a lot of people. If I announce these ahead of time, I think more would stop in. You're not having to look at me on your computer, happen to look at your phone or listen to like the chime or prompt that you have. You wouldn't know that I'm on. In case you don't know, it's Chubbs. Chubbs the dog. This is that bear I picked up at the Hillsborough County Zoo, or not zoo, Hillsborough County Fair. This was made with a chainsaw. That's why it's not exactly the most smoothest of things, pretty rough, but I think it's really cool. You smell the wood. and little sneaky stuff on the bottom. I think that might have fell in something rather stinky, if you know what I mean. Chubbs, come here, Chubbs. I can almost see you. There you go. There's Chubsy right next to the Christmas tree. Yeah, Chubbs, they can see you now. Chubbs. Good girl. Yeah. Yeah. Chubsy. That's Chubbs the dog. Or dog the Chubbs. I've been thinking about doing a video where I do like you know how the president of the United States does like a State of the Union address. I thought about doing like a State of the Channel address, type thing. Talk about some of the things I plan to do, how everything going on my channel, etc. We'll see. If I do something like that, it'll be at like maybe the end of December, early January. I'm hoping finally, if everything goes right, to hit a lot of Christmas stuff this year, this season. I had to miss out on the entire Christmas season last year. I did plan to do more Halloween stuff, but just so much is going on, I haven't been able to do it. But one of these years, I'm going to start really hitting Halloween really heavily because there's a lot of cool events and like those haunted house attraction type things. I do actually like doing those. I just never seem to get time to do too many. And I'm hoping in the future, when the Halloween season starts again, I actually get some friends that go through it because it's so much more fun if you're with people and with friends, than by yourself. I was able to get to 2 this year, which is a very good record for me because before I usually won. But I got to the one at Bartow, and then I got to the one at Gatorland. But there's some really cool haunted attraction house things. I've seen a lot of great videos of different YouTubers. Some YouTubers that I actually know who went to these things, and they looked really cool. But I do intend to hit Christmas definitely heavier than before. I have several events I plan to go to. It's not just theme park stuff either. Because Christmas and Halloween has like the best events to go to, in my opinion. Okay, hi Chris. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Hasn't been too much action here this live stream. So how's the weather up there, Chris? guys. Let's respond to someone. Let's see. Yeah, there was a few nights that actually got into the 50s and very upper 40s here, but most of the time, 70s, 80s. The other day got almost up to 90. It's a bit cooler now because it's windy and rainy out, but once that passes, like it's 69 degrees right now. But I don't mind that because it feels good. It feels good. I wish it was like, I don't know, 72 degrees here all the time. That would be perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. A second of this responding. I do. I have done shorts for my dogs, Chris, and I'm always planning on doing new ones for them. You know how dogs are; they're always doing cute things. But it's hard to catch them doing the cute stuff because you kind of like have to be filming when they're doing it, and dogs are just not the ones that want to cooperate all the time in front of the camera. Hello, tropical nerds. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you here. Just kind of did like an impromptu, unplanned live stream talking about stuff, anything. Well, most of anything. I got my one tree up about a week ago, a little early. I picked it up at Lowe's. Now, surprisingly, that was like $49 and has like different settings, which is really cool. But most of the time, fake trees are so expensive. They can get up to like $500. I have another one that is bigger than that, and it's covered with that fake snow. It's in my shed right now. I may put it on my front porch and light it up. I won't bring it in the house anymore because that fake snow goes everywhere. And you know how dogs are. They like to lick things, so I just can't have it in the house anymore. Plus, I had it in storage for a little while, and some rats kind of pooped on it, so I can't bring it in the house because of that too. But having it plugged into my front porch should be fine because it'll be a cool thing. I already have some. Actually, I have some Christmas lights outside already. A little bit of them, not too much. Oh, tropical nerds, you might want to try to make it down to Winter Haven this year to see that one Christmas decorated house. I got to see the Halloween version. I'm going to go see the Christmas version. I almost made up to that one in Davenport that you went to last year for Halloween, but I just didn't make it. And it's such a long drive. I just decided not to do it at the last moment. I don't do a lot for Christmas, Chris. Just have a tree, put a little lights outside, basically like one thing. I may get a real tree, but it'll be one of the smaller ones. I usually do that now. I haven't gotten a full size real tree in years. It's just I get the smaller ones for convenience. Actually, that tree I may leave up all year round because it's a great night light, and I just like it. So maybe something I just might make it this all year. Yeah, there's too much going on. I didn't feel like going up there. It's actually quite a drive from here. It's like 40 minutes. So, and I decided, and I had to go up there at night. I had to go through I-4, and I never liked I-4. I could do back roads, but I thought, no, I'm just going to skip it and try to make it for the Christmas version. But you should try to make it to Winter Haven to see that Santa's House by the Big Does. Remember, they were on that show on, what was it, ABC, the Great Christmas Light Fight, or whatever it's called. And I met members of the family. They're always been super cool, super friendly. They know who I am. Because I was filming them way before they were on the show. They actually follow my channel. And they've talked to me a lot of times off camera about things. Jacksonville, man, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours, maybe. I could see. Just let me see. I've been to Jacksonville at least once, but I mainly just drove through part of it. I never actually got to see much of it. But I would like to go up there because there is quite a bit of stuff up there to see. Actually, yeah. Let me see. I actually, on Google Maps, I save all the places I want to go to vlog. And you should look at the state of Florida. It's almost like one gigantic green check mark. There's so many check marks. No, not as far as I thought. Only about, well, it depends what route I take. If I take the one route, it's almost 3 hours. If I take the other route, 3 hours and 40 minutes. So, yeah, around 3.5 hours or so, or a little less. Yeah, I really want to hit Christmas hard this year. Every year, I never got a chance to do it. And last year, because of mom's illnesses and then Lucky getting sick, I wasn't able to do any Christmas stuff really at all. And I think I'm really going to get to it this time. I want to do a whole bunch of Halloween things, but just so much stuff was going on. I wasn't able to. There's a lot of cool haunted Halloween stuff that happened this year. So I saw a lot of great videos on it. But I have a list of like a definite 5 or 6 Christmas stuff I want to do, and it's not theme park related either. There's a few theme park related stuff. Favorite football team? I'm not huge into football. I'm more of a baseball guy. If I had to pick a football team, and I know some people would say why this one, probably would be the Bills. The Buffalo Bills. I actually met several players over the years from them. Yeah, why not? That'd be great to meet up in Jacksonville and see you. So that happens. You just gotta let me know ahead of time, because that is quite a trip for me to make. But I'll message you, Tropical Nerds, some of the Christmas stuff I'm going to do. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we can even meet up at a few of them, possibly, if you want. There's definitely some cool things happening. Yeah, I'll message you, but I have some written down. One thing, Tropical Nerds, you might want to eventually think about taking the kids to. I I'm not sure if you saw my video, but I went to the Hillsborough County Fair, and I thought it was a cool little fair to go to. Not as exciting to say the state fair, but I think there'll be something that kids might like. And there were some shows and rides, fair foods, animals, things like that. And I definitely will be going to the Florida State Fair and Strawberry Festival next year. I only made it to one of them this year, but next year I'm definitely going to both because I'm really looking forward to that. I love the fairs. There's just so much stuff to do there and to see. And you can never get to all, like the Florida State Fair, you can never really see everything in one time. You really would have to go at least a couple. Yeah, that'd be fine, Chris. Just let me know and we work something out. Yeah, the Osceola County Fair is on my list. I may do that one next year. I have it written down. Um, it seems strange, but there's like 3 or 4 county fairs happening within like the same month almost as the Florida State Fair. One of the county fairs seems to be happening like the same time. So I don't know what's up with that. And the Strawberry Festival starts what, in March? Most of those fairs are in February. But I'll mention to you, I'll message you some of the ones I'm thinking about going to. Surprisingly, not every county has their own fair, which you think they would. Well, if you do make it to the state fair, Tropical Nerds, you have to let me know. Maybe we could meet up. Yeah, one of them, that might have been the one, let's see. That might have been the one that starts pretty much the exact same week, which is surprising because you'd think they would want to be separate. Yeah, I think the Osceola County Fair this next year starts February 9th to the 18th, which is pretty much the same week as the state fair, which is surprising. Yeah, Central Florida Fair is another one I was thinking of. Yeah, they can be, Chris, especially the state fairs. Like the Florida State Fair is huge, and I went to the New York State Fair a long time ago, and I'm still amazed at how big those fairs could be. And then the Florida Strawberry Festival is also gigantic, which is this basically the Florida Strawberry Festival is basically just like the state fair. No MJ Kelly fan, I'm not. Well, if you like visiting smaller places, Chris, I definitely recommend museums. I've been to some pretty small museums. I always like going there. I have a whole list of them here in Florida I still need to go to. There's so many cool little museums around here. It's ridiculous, but it's a good thing. No, I've never been to Missouri, MJ Kelly fan. That'd be cool, Tropical Nerds. Are you going to go to it? If you do, you got to let me know how it is. Yeah, definitely would be a place I want to go to. Oh, I picked this up at the fair, Tropical Nerds. They had a lumberjack show there, and one of the guys who were in it, had some items for sale. He made this with a chainsaw. It's a bear. I think it's cool. You smell the wood. No problem. See this bottom part? Kind of black color looking. You know what I think that's from? That's from some certain stinky thing called manure, I think. I think this fell in some poop. Yeah, it definitely fell in some poop. I don't know if I'm going to take it off, though, because I kind of want to leave it original, so eventually it will go away, but it doesn't stink too bad, but still, I don't care. I think this thing's cool. But that lumberjack show, I show part of it in my main video, and then the whole show is in its own video on my channel if you want to see it. But he was selling some of these. They weren't too bad. Originally, he wanted 20 for this. I offered him 10. We settled at 15. I think it's worth it. I just think it's cool. I think this was made by a chainsaw, so it's not going to be really refined. It's like giving a surgeon a butcher knife instead of a scalpel, but it's still cool. Yeah, that'll give you an idea if you want to go to that fair or not. I thought it was cool. Mom was kind of bored with it because it wasn't as big as like the state fair, which I expected it to be, or I didn't expect it to be. They didn't have nearly as many like food vendors there. I was only able to go the one day. I intended to go earlier in the week. I made it to almost the last day. They had different shows and entertainment throughout the week. The only one I really would have wanted to go to, they had like a magic show type thing, but I think I was happy the day I was there, but it was like late, and I just didn't have time to stay that late. Yeah, I think most of the county fairs are about the same. But yeah, Osceola is on my list to go to because I was looking up some of the fairs in the area, and that was one of the ones that wasn't like too bad far from my house. But I promise this is the same week as the Florida State Fair. I don't know if I'll get to both of them that week. So obviously I'm going to go with the state fair. There's just so much more to do at it. But if any of you want to talk about anything, ask questions about anything, let me know. I know there's going to be things I'm going to think of that I should mention now. I mentioned earlier I might film a video where I do, since this channel is called The Presidential Tourist, I thought about doing something like, the President of the United States does, and I mentioned this earlier, does like a State of the Union address. I thought about doing something like that, State of the Channel address, either late December, early January. Talk about certain things, ideas. Obviously, plans can change, and I don't want to give too much away, but talk about some of that. Well, one thing good about county fairs, they're definitely cheaper to get into because for Mom and I to get in there, it was only $15. It was like $11 for me and only $4 for her, but she's a senior. Yeah, I meant to go like one of the first days. I just wasn't able to make it. Yeah, Kyle S. Thanks for stopping. Yeah, I'm always having cool food reviews planned. I actually have several uploaded to YouTube that aren't live yet. I generally schedule out like sometimes one or two a day, and I have a whole bunch more planned. Some interesting food items, some I have to buy. It just takes time to get it because of the money. And then, of course, some interesting restaurants I want to do. And with regard to my favorite food, that's tough. I think one of the obvious one, hamburgers, pizza. I always was a huge fan of clam chowder, the New England kind. Um, I always love trying different beef jerkies. One food item, I don't know if I would, some might not say it's a food because it's a drink, but I'm a huge iced tea fan. You see this bookshelf thing? I'm not done organizing it or adding it to it, but this is basically going to be my tea stand. That's all boxes of tea. That's only a small part of my tea collection. Eventually, I have a tea brewer up there. I have like a cheap Walmart brand one. Eventually, I'm going to get a really nice one. But I want to organize this and make it into my tea station. I'm going to brew tea there, add a whole bunch more. But like, I won't be able to fit all my tea because I have like 300 kinds of tea, probably at least a couple thousand different tea bags and stuff. But this is some of it. Let me show you this. This is going to be kind of interesting. See these boxes? These are official Twinings boxes. I actually bought these off from a lady on Facebook. Now, these normally are very expensive. I got them fairly cheap, and it's really a nice wood box. If you were to buy these, say, at Disney, you'd be costing you a lot. But this is just some of the tea. Then I have a couple other tea boxes. Some has like glass fronts over there and stuff. But the smell of tea is incredible. And I got this little one here that's actually signed by Stephen Twining, a member of the Twining family, which is really cool. And if you ever get a chance to meet Stephen Twining, I know Tropical Nerds has. He's a super nice guy. And I've interviewed him on my channel. But I got that box I got at Disney. And it's not cheap either. But this eventually I'm going to have this really fancy setup with all of my different, well, not all the teas, but a lot of them. And I've tried teas that are really cheap, like dollar store stuff, to much more expensive kinds. And to be honest, almost like all of them. Some are different than others. Let's see. Sorry, I got a little behind everyone. Yeah, I got to ride a camel. Actually, it's one of those Christmas events I'm going to go to this year. No, I rode the elephant. But you could ride the camel, too, at them. I'll let you know which one. Because I rode an elephant and I rode a camel, and they're a very cool experience. I know I tried to ride a camel at the State Fair, or was it the Strawberry Festival? I think it was the State Fair last year, but I couldn't do it because I was a bit over the weight limit, more than a bit. But let's see. Yeah, I really want to go to Buc-ee's really, really bad, Tropical Nerds, but the closest one's like in Daytona, and that's quite a drive for that. If I'm going to do that, it's going to have to be possibly an overnighter or something so I get a lot done. But yeah, Buc-ee's is so cool. And I've seen a lot of YouTubers vlog there. The amount of food choices, drink choices is incredible. When you go there, if you could check the fountain beverage machines and take a picture of the Mountain Dew ones, because some of the Buc-ee's have like a rare exclusive Mountain Dew on tap. And I want to find out what they have, especially if you go to the one in Daytona, because I really want to do that. But I appreciate you thinking of me when you go there. Yeah, I've actually been there probably 4 times, Kyle, to the iced tea place. I pick up a gallon every time I go there of a different one. It's really good. And it's a unique place. Most places you go to for tea, the most they might have 3 or 4 choices, but there they have like 25. So it's a really cool place. Thanks, Kyle. Yeah, but like I said, that's only a small part of it. I just don't have room in there for everything. I have American teas. I have foreign teas. I said some expensive teas, some really cheap teas. Yeah, I got the camel video, and and the elephant video too on here, I believe. I never cared for smoking, MJ Kelly. I have tried a cigarette a long time ago, and I tried a cigar. I'm hoping to get some. Yes, I'm hoping to get some Cubans one day. So I want to really try one because you hear all about the history with them, but I'm not a smoker at all. I couldn't tell you when I tried smoking anything. It's been a long time. Well, that's cool, MJ Kelly fan. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Buc-ee's. I mean, so many people rave about that place. They're huge, and there's so much there. Yeah, MJ Kelly fan, if you can, I would. Okay, yeah, but if you could take a picture of the Mountain Dew section and the fountain beverage machine, I would appreciate it. Just so I see what they have, because I've seen some pictures on some of the Facebook groups for Mountain Dew, and they said they're from Buc-ee's, and they show some flavors that you can only get on tap, and they're hard to find, like Gucci strawberry or Atomic Blue or something like that. When I went to Colorado in 2019, I really wish I would have went to a few places to try them, because I know they're out there, some of them out west too. But I wasn't up there for fun, and I just didn't think of it. No, MJ Kelly fan, I haven't. I've only been to one real cigar shop, Chris, at Disney Springs, but they closed. Socia Cigar Shop. I actually plan to go back there because they had a smoking. Like I said, I'm not a smoker, but they had a place where you could sit down and smoke your cigar. I forget what they call it, and I was gonna do it, lounge or a parlor, and I was gonna do it to film the experience. I just didn't have time. It's just there's so much to do, especially here in my personal life. It's hard to get to these things. And they actually had a place at Disney Springs where you can go and get your hair cut, get the old-fashioned shave and everything. I intended to do that. Problem is they're going to be closing this year. If they haven't closed already, they're called I forget what that place is called, but I wanted to do that and film it and show everyone the process of it because it's a unique place. But I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do it either. But like I said, Chris, I'm hoping to get a Cuban or two and actually film a video telling what I think of it, because I just love the history all through that. Because I know that was like President Kennedy's favorite cigars, and I know that people said it's supposed to have been the best. Of course, my experience with cigars are very small, so I couldn't tell you it's actually the best or not. But I do want to say I actually tried a Cuban cigar. Yes, the art of shaving. You're correct, tropical nerds. Yeah, they're supposed to close down. If they haven't closed already. I wanted to go film and everything. I know YouTubers have done it. Well, I filmed a walkthrough of the place, but not the actual process of getting to shave and all that other stuff. I don't know if I'm going to make it, unfortunately. I heard the barber at Magic Kingdom does cut adult hair. Sounds dumb, but I actually thought about doing that too and getting it and filming it. Even though I haven't been to a barber in over a decade. So when I get my hair cut, it's very simple. And why spend the money for it? Yeah, Chris, there's some really good ones here in Florida. The only one I've really been to is in Orlando, Sea Life Aquarium that's owned by Merlin Entertainment, which owns Legoland and Madame Tussauds. SeaWorld is another one, but there's other aquariums, I think, in Clearwater. Legoland, Florida, just announced they're going to be building a Sea Life Aquarium in Winter Haven right next to where Legoland, Florida is. So I'm looking really forward to that. It's supposed to open next year, which is pretty exciting. I need to get back to Sea Life in Orlando. It's not a bad drive, and there's plenty of parking there. Um, it is filmed on my channel, but I want to go there and film it again because it's a really cool aquarium, and they do have a decent behind the scenes tour that you can go on. You know, they didn't let me film, but they let me take pictures. Yeah, that's why I don't bother going to barbers, MJ Kelly, because I basically get the same kind of cut and just let it grow out for a while. And I can easily do that at home. Yeah, there's some cool places here to visit, Chris. Yeah, I seen some article Tropical Nerds about them closing, but I don't remember when. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. I do intend to go to Disney Springs, though, in the next month to check out the Christmas tree stroll and things like that. And I got to renew my pass soon at Disney. It's up next month. Hopefully, it doesn't go up a whole bunch, but we will see. Interestingly, Chris, that cigar shop that was at Disney Springs I filmed, YouTube would not let me monetize it because it had to do with smoking. But they were there for several years. Unfortunately, they did not have a business card, but they had a matchbook they gave me with their logo on it and everything, which was pretty cool. But I think you would have liked it, Chris. That is on my channel if you never saw it. Okay. So I do have I have about a month and a half. So maybe I'll be able to make it there to the Art of Shaving and get that done. That would be a cool experience. I've seen a few YouTubers go there, get a shave and whatever in part of the because they have different packages and they filmed it, but I was really thinking about doing it myself because I think that'd be cool. I never had a shave done like that. You know, you look at old westerns and they'd go in there and have it done, but I never had anything done like that. I think it would be interesting. Kind of an old fashioned experience. What state would I like to visit? That is hard. I can give you a list of a couple of them. Texas, California, Colorado would be three definite ones. Maybe North or South Carolina. But definitely Texas and California, Colorado would be my top three because there's so much there to see. Which one I would go out of the three would be hard. Maybe California, but it wouldn't just be California. I would go up to Oregon and Washington State too because I want to check out some of those old growth forests. See some of those really massive trees. That would be so epically awesome. I've seen pictures of them, and this looks so beautiful there. But that and Texas and Colorado. I've been to Colorado once, and there's a lot of stuff there. And I went there for a bad reason, and I want to go there again for a positive one. That's something very important to me. It all depends on Mom's health and everything, what we do. But every state has great stuff. Kind of want to do up the East Coast type thing too. Just find the time also and the money. What about you, Chris? I have a feeling you probably would say something like Florida. Well, yeah, but Washington, D.C. is not a state, though. That's why I didn't pick it. If you would have said like any section, I might have said Washington, D.C. too, because there's so much history there and so many museums and stuff. And it'll be cool just walking around and running into senators and Congress people that you see on TV all the time. I think that'd be cool just to see them. And maybe I would have luck to actually see a president in person, a current one. That's kind of my bucket list to see a current president while they're president. I've only seen a former one. And I never met it, didn't meet him either. Came pretty close though. Well, we always have to have a troll come in with a troll comment. I'm sure you're not serious about that question. But Washington would be a cool place to go to. I would probably have to spend weeks there to really get everything done I want. I'd like to go on one of those tours of the White House if they still have them. But you don't hear much about them anymore. I know they kind of went by the wayside when Obama was in office, and I'm not sure they ever fully came back. Well, if you mean that, thanks, but you probably don't mean that. Yeah, Florida and Texas, Chris, would be some good ones. Because there's a lot to do in both. They're so big. I love to go to the Alamo, but they don't let you film inside there, which is kind of ridiculous. I think you should be able to film in there. Even seeing pictures of the inside of that place is hard to find. But you can film outside. The secret is not answering those type of questions. Yeah, but tropical nerds, you definitely have to let me know how your trip goes to Tennessee. At one time when I was younger, I almost was going to move there. There's Chubbs. 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 Yeah, Chris. St. Augustine is a definite place that you have to check out. There is like so much to see there, especially history. There's that old Spanish fort. I have a whole bunch of places saved that I want to go to, and one day I will. It's not a place you can just go there one time. You have to really go there more than once. Promise, places like that, I really need to spend a couple days and stay there. It's just finding the time, the money, and how to handle it with mom and all that stuff. That's why I'm kind of holding off. I actually never been to Tennessee, but I did almost move there when I was younger. But luckily, I came to Florida instead. I know you're not all serious about that charisma coach stuff. I've heard a lot of great things, tropical nerds, about Tennessee, um, especially the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. I know a lot of YouTubers go there. Looks to be a lot of cool places. Oh, Savannah in Georgia, huh? Yeah, that'd be nice. Do you have the hotel picked out you're going to stay at already and reservations, or are you just winging it, wait until you get there and then pick one? Okay, that's cool. Are you going to check out any sites in Savannah, or are you just there basically just rest and relax? I've never been to Dollywood either, but I have heard good things about the place. Yeah, a lot of this is on my list of things I want to check out. Yeah, it's probably a good idea not to check on the way there because you're gonna be doing all that traveling, then you don't want to be too exhausted when you get to Dollywood. Plus, you're more on a tight schedule. On the way back, you could take it easy more. Oh, that's cool. So you have a full day. You have a full week plan. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of YouTubers who go to that Pigeon Forge area, go to Gatlinburg, and they film a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, that area around there, it's definitely you definitely have a lot of options. It's definitely an area you might want to think about visiting more than once in the future because there's just so much to check out. I've seen some videos up there, and that's the place you can go there more than a few times. Yeah, I'm sure you're really impressed with my charisma. I don't know what it is with trolls like you. Why? What, you get something out of this or something? I mean, I don't even know why I even bother responding, because obviously you're not serious about this stuff. But everyone gets their rocks off in a certain way, and I guess this is how you do. Yeah, I think I've heard of that Hobbit place you were mentioning, Tropical Nerds. You know, Chris, I've looked in some years ago about taking a cross country train ride with Amtrak. I got a whole booklet from AAA and everything, and you get like your own cabin and everything, and it would be really cool to do. I mean, to film the whole experience and just relax and see the country through that way. It's not. I mean, when you think about traveling, it's either a car or a plane. You don't think about a train too much anymore. That's on my list. I don't have I may still have the booklet somewhere that I got years ago, but that's something I really want to do. It could be pricey. I know some of those like your own cabin type things can be like $1,000 to go from here to like, I don't know, Oregon or Washington or California, someplace closer to the East Coast you get off of, or you catch it there. One day I might do that. I just think it would be so fun and relaxing. It's like going on a cruise, but you're on land. Well, that's cool. It's always great to see family. But you should look into that, Chris. That thing that Amtrak does. You know, interestingly, a lot of the trains here in the U.S. are kind of old compared to some other places. I have a lot of plans. I hope I get to at least a decent part of them in my life before I'm gone. You never know, though. Um, there may be a few like observatories around. I actually have some telescopes that I've been meaning to use, and I just never seem to get around to it. And I've thought about doing some videos where some people has filmed with their camera through a telescope and actually got some good video on it. When I lived up north, I used to know a place that had a observatory you can go to. Not 100% sure around here, but sometimes it's hard because there's a lot of light pollution. Sure you are. Sure you are. Sure you're crazy about me. Sure. Actually, there was a comment a few days ago I heard you could see, but it was a little too cloudy for that day for me to see it. They say if you go like in a boat out to the ocean, you go like, I don't know how far it is, 10, 20 miles away. The amount of stars you actually see is amazing, because with all the light pollution, we don't see nearly that many of them. Well, I've had enough of you, troll. Bye bye. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I already did, Chris. I don't know the aim of these trolls, you know? Sometimes I try to figure it out. I've had some problem with trolls over the years, not nearly as bad as some bigger YouTubers. I mean, why waste the time, you know? I don't understand. They just get their jollies off of it. I mean, some of them act stupid, some of them are nasty and aggressive. Why? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, there's not just trolls here on YouTube leaving comments, but there's trolls or parody channels who will nitpick and complain about each video and what the YouTuber does. And you don't like it, don't watch it. Who cares? I mean, and then there's message boards and they're tearing apart this and that and they're complaining about it. But you watch the video, I don't understand it. You know, there's YouTubers I like. I don't watch all their videos because I wouldn't have the time, but some of them don't interest me. So I'm just not going to watch it. But just because it doesn't interest me, I don't believe that they shouldn't film it. It's their channel. They can do what they want. If you want to film paint drying, and there's some people who's filmed paint drying out there, and you want to put it on your channel, go right ahead. More power to you. Yeah, I don't know, Tropical Nerds. I don't know what's up with some of these trolls. I mean, some of them are just weirdos. You'll have to tell me more about it in a private message, Chris, what happened. Yeah, I've had a few come and say dumb things. I have more weird messages from some sexual stuff. I'm not going to get into that here. Oh, hi, Riley. How are you? But I'll tell you more about that, Chris, in private chat. But this thing is, you don't know if they're serious with these weird messages or not, or they're just what. And then you got to be careful because there are crazy people out there. Now, most of the time, you don't have to worry about it, but you still can never be 100% sure because some are pretty nuts. I'm doing okay, Riley. Just doing the usual stuff. The thing is, you never know. I mean, some of them I think are just kids goofing off thinking they're funny. Other ones, you're pretty sure they're adults. And then you just don't know what's going on in that noggin of theirs. I try to be respectful. I try to give everyone a chance, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I doubt that person was even subscribed to my channel. How they come across me live streaming, I don't know, because the YouTube is like it's such a gigantic world. Yeah, they usually will have a year on them. But you don't really use those to like clock in as much. You use the wristband, which every year when you used to get a new annual pass, you used to give you the wristband free. They stopped that a couple years ago. I'm still using my old one, but eventually I'm going to have to buy one because it has like a little battery in there or something. And it doesn't work forever. If I buy one, I might get a little bit of a fancier one. But they give you it's like a credit card type thing that you use for like your annual pass discount. But I heard they want to phase that out and eventually do it all off the phone. As one person asked me for it off the phone and wouldn't accept the card, I couldn't get it working, so eventually they took the card. But I just like using the card better. I know I'm kind of an old fart. I'm kind of like old fashioned like that. Unfortunately, a lot of places they don't even give you a paper ticket anymore to enter, which is a shame because those were cool souvenirs. A lot of it's like digital, or you got to print it off the computer, and that's not the same. But I do keep the cards, and I keep the wristbands, and things like that. Like when I went to the Hillsborough County Fair last week, if you would have went to a fair like that 20 years ago, they would have gave you like a ticket or something. Now they don't give you anything, which is a shame because if I had like a paper ticket, they would have gave me that said Osceola County Fair, and that would have been a cool souvenir. But now you just don't have those as much anymore. It's like if you want to buy a savings bond, you can't even get a printed thing anymore. It's all virtual, which really takes away from it. Yeah, I agree. Paper tickets are the best, but you're just moving away from that stuff. It's all digital or online now. I mean, sometimes that's a good thing, but not all the time. Like with regard to credit cards, I'm old enough to remember when you used to give the card to the cashier and they used to slide this paper thing over it to get like an imprint of your card. They don't do that anymore, which is a good thing for that part. I just got old enough to start using credit cards when those things basically disappeared. Yeah, I've actually thought about that, Chris. That would be pretty bad. See, what the politicians need to do, and they won't because a lot of them are idiots, they need to shield those things, and just by burying it underground, I guess would be enough. So a lot of the power lines are above. If you bury it underground, it'd be shielded from it. You don't have to worry about that. But that obviously would cost an awful lot of money to do. And they rather waste it on a lot of dumb stuff. But if they do a little bit at a time, it'll be worth it. And these big transformers that they use, they're made in Japan. They take 5 years to make. And you have to make it over there and ship it over there, and it's very hard. And we would be pretty screwed if someone like North Korea or China not put one of those nuclear weapons in the sky and did that EMP on us, because that would take out the power grid. That's why if you bury them and shield them, that problem would pretty much go away. But you know how a lot of politicians are, they're dumb, and they don't think something really bad is going to happen until it happens. Now, it may never happen, but you want to prepare anyways. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. It's like being fully prepared if we know there's an asteroid going to hit us. They have a complete plan and everything to get rid of it. But a lot of politicians, they don't take it seriously that might happen, so they're not really planning on it. Well, what happens all of a sudden? We know one's going to hit us in a year, and we're not prepared. Now, granted that the possibility of it happening anytime soon was pretty small, because the last time it happened, 69 million years ago? But that doesn't mean you don't prepare for it. What is it? Prepare for the worst, hope for the best type thing. You can tell I don't have a lot of faith in politicians. A lot of them are just dumb. Sorry to say, that's just true. Yeah, man, something like The Walking Dead happens, something like that could happen. I mean, there's some pretty bad diseases out there. I mean, I'm sure that stuff won't, but you never know. We'll see, I guess. Yeah, you see some news reports about some of the drugs these users use, and it turns them into like zombies. I see some news reports, and they're like bent in weird positions, standing there, completely still. It just looks freaky. I mean, some of these drugs, the way it does some of the things to the brain, I don't know what. It really messes you up. I'm a bit tired. Been a long day already. I'm actually intending to go vlogging. Might go this Friday, not Saturday, to this place I've been meaning to go to for a couple years, but things kept happening. It's a pretty cool place. I don't want to say publicly what it is because I'm going to be surprised. Someplace I've been looking forward to for quite a while. But it's out of town, so it's a little bit of a drive. Florida is a really big place, so things are definitely spread out. But I'm not complaining because there's a lot here. Is that a place? Sweet Science Report? Or is that a dish you're talking about? There are several places in Winter Haven I do plan to go to and film. Yeah, I think I did hear something about an Indian restaurant opening in Winter Haven. You don't see too many Indian restaurants around here. I never really got a chance to try that type of food too much. But I heard when it's done correctly, it's really good. I'm assuming, Sweet Science Report, that you live in Winter Haven. I'm actually just looking where that place is that you mentioned. Oh, okay. I actually know where that is. There used to be a hot dog restaurant there I always planned to go to, but I didn't make it before they closed down. And they do have pretty good reviews. So I just marked it on my list. There's actually so many places to go to with regard to restaurants, you wouldn't believe it. Well, hi, NASCAR. Yeah, I've heard about that about Harry's. I've never been to there. Any really good places in Haines City you could recommend? Sweet Science Report. And with regard to Lakeland NASCAR, yeah, I've there's a lot of places in Lakeland I want to review. I'm always finding new restaurants I want to go to in this in that general area. Winter Haven, Haines City too, Lake Wales, Davenport, Bartow, all over Polk. I heard a lot of Indian food is spicy. So NASCAR, Sweet Science Report. How did you two find my channel? That is, if you're still here. Oh, you talk about the movie theater drive-in place in Lakeland. I've heard of that place. I do want to go there because there's not a lot of drive-in movie theaters left. I've never been to one. I almost went to one when I was younger, when I lived up north, but I never made it. And I do want to go there to that place. Oh well, I'm not surprised. I do have like over 400 Legoland videos, and there's still more things there for me to film whenever I get a chance. Oh, it definitely is NASCAR. I know they're going to be starting their Christmas stuff soon. I'll probably go there a couple times for that. Yeah, I thought about hitting a few Christmas parades. I just don't know if I'll have the time. And I'm always worried about finding a good place to park and where to set up and watch it. I really need someone to be there to show me. Like the parades you see when I was a kid, I knew where to go in my old, I guess you say, hometown. But around here, I'm not sure so much. You gotta be so very careful where you park too. You don't want to get towed. I'm going to go a little bit longer, and then I'll probably get going. If anyone here wants to ask me any questions or say anything, just speak up, be recognized. Yeah, it was great to chat with you too, NASCAR. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate the visit and support. Okay, I think I'm going to get going. It's been like an hour and a half. I'm going to try to do these more often. I always say that and I always mean to. I just never get to do it as much as I want. I really got to put in ahead of time when I'm going to do this so I can give everyone more of a notice, because I'm sure there's other people who like to be part of this. I always get messages afterwards saying, "Oh, I'm sorry I missed this. If I would have known, I would have came in, all that stuff." So I gotta really put in ahead of time. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Tropical News. Yes, I'll do that, and I'll let you know um, what I intend to do. And I'm always looking for more. I definitely want to try to hit Christmas stuff much more harder this year, and I have several events I want to go to. So maybe we can meet up at one of them at least, or I give you some ideas of some things you want to check out. But thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Okay, I think I'm going to get going, everyone. I appreciate everyone for stopping in. It was great chatting with you all. Like I said, I got to do this again more sooner. And yeah, all right. Hope it was a good night, and make sure you stay safe out there. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye. Let's see.